Right.
It's your boy DJ Gumbo. I'm driving down out 4, listening to the hottest radio station in the country, IndiJam.
We're back on Laws Rules Radio. Your boy DJ Gumbo. Got my boy Dajour.
Dajour Neufville, what's up?
Hey.
Orlando, Florida, man.
Yes sir, yes
That's
sir.
it. All the way from New York.
Yes sir. Okay, shout out New York.
Yeah.
Dajour, what is your roots? Where you from?
I'm from Long Island, Queens. I have family in Brooklyn and the Bronx as well. You know, I got Jamaican parents, Guyanese mom, little island culture, island fusion right there.
Wow, okay, that's dope, man. How long you been in the music industry?
I would say I've been in the music industry since probably like 2nd grade. I just always been writing a lot of poetry. I did a lot of poetry stand-ups in my church, and then you know, as a teen, I just started going a lot seriously, do a lot of open mics. My dad used to make beats, so heavily in the production. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yes sir. What inspired you to become a recording artist?
What inspired me to be a recording artist is my pops. My pops, he made music all the way until like on his deathbed. You know, he's always making songs and a lot of making beats, and he's a lot of old school hip hop and that kind of air and that kind of strongness you hear in someone's voice, like Nas or someone just speaking on a track, and you feel like you gravitate towards them. So my goal as an artist is to inspire and motivate people. So what inspires me is when I hear a song like anyone, like from like Taylor Swift or Drake. I have a lot of different vibes. When you hear that storytelling aspect, and it kind of pulls you on a lot of instruments and makes you want to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's dope, man. Did you start your career with a team or by yourself?
By myself. I remember I was probably about 13, and I asked my mom on Christmas. Everyone was asking for toys. Like on Christmas, I said, "Mom, I want an M audio box. I just want an M audio box."
Okay.
And my dad's looking at me like he thinks I'm trying to copy him, so he didn't really want to help me. But when I did it myself, he saw me doing my own stuff, recording my own songs in my room. That's when start building.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a recording artist?
Performing. I love performing. I love seeing the live audience, the live crowd. Definitely for me, that's been something that's helped me. My first performance, even though I'm from New York, my first live performance, I drove with my uncle 2 hours away to New Jersey, because I know if I perform in my hometown, most of the response would be good. I wanted no one to know me and me to perform and see what that feels like, and it was nice.
Okay. Do you write your own music?
Yes. That's one promise to all my fans. If you follow me at any time in this galaxy, from me being a baby to when I pass, whenever that is, I will always write my own songs, solely written. And I put a lot of time into it because I believe some people want to make hit songs in this song. I believe if you are serious about music and you put your time and effort into your lyrics and you do it every single day, you're going to be able to create that hit song without even knowing, because it's just natural. And that's what I'm looking for in myself, which is why I don't do a lot of features right now. I want to master the art of creating a song myself and then let everyone else come and we can make beautiful music together.
Yes sir. What's the meaning behind your music, and what do you want the fans to learn from it?
The meaning behind my music is that you can do anything you set your mind to. That's one song in my life that has changed my life dramatically. Is Lose Yourself by Eminem. I remember I was riding on the bus, my brother had the CD and the old the CD player, and I stole it. He's like, "Yo, why are you taking my 8-mile disc?" And I took it. My trip to school was like 2 hours or whatever. It was like they was on a trip. I was listening to Lose Yourself every single second. At the end of that song, he used to say, "You can do anything you set your mind to, man." And I remember thinking I want to make music, and I was like, how is that possible? When him telling me that, and me seeing all these different things, I was like, what I want people to get out of my music is that they can inspire and motivate themselves to do whatever they need to do in their life. I don't say dreams, I say goals, because a dream is something you feel like you can fall asleep on, but a goal, you set that goal. All my fans, you set that goal, you write it down, you're gonna achieve it. I've written down in my notebook, I'm gonna feature with Taylor Swift and Drake. Those are my 2 first features. And I know they're very different, but I'm very different as a person. And I just implore anyone out there listening to be inspired and motivate. And if I motivate you, you might motivate one more person. That's a ripple in the water, and we inspire the whole world. So let's do it.
Yes sir. Hey man, who are you signed to right now?
Right now, I'm signed to myself. I've been working on my first label, and pretty much I already went through the paperwork. I paid everything I had to pay, because over the last 2 years I've been working on my first album, and I wanted to release it under a name that truly means something to me. That name is Young Planets LO. My pops, he had his own label, not in the business section, but as you grow up, you learn stuff, and I got it trademarked and everything. So the name of the label is Young Planets LO. That's it. The Last Original was the name of my first album. The Last Original by Dajour.
Yes sir. We got CEO for Double M Management.
Yeah.
Mr. Dajour in the building.
What's going on?
Hey.
Gumbo!
Yes sir. Hey Dajour, I want to ask you, what's your relationship with Darrell right now?
Right now, me and Darrell is my manager. Like I said, I'm not really signing anyone, but you can have managers and you can be a free agent. Like for me, Darrell, he is someone who manages me as a person and as an artist and helps me be able to transform into the next level of my career.
Hey man, he's Dajour is somebody, like I said, I work with a lot of artists, man. He's somebody who I'm developing, helping out, you know what I mean? Like, I just believe that somebody's got to help these artists out here. Somebody's got to help these artists, because the problem is, a lot of cats come into this music industry, man, and they want to go right to the top. It don't really work like that. There's levels to this.
Yes, sir.
You know, so artists need somebody who kind of who knows the game, who has the relationships, and who has integrity to actually help them do the right things and not promise them, false hopes. Because I think a lot of people in this game promise people false things just to get their money. I'm not that way. I try to tell people the truth, because Gumbo, man, this is art, bro. Like there's no guarantees when it comes to art. Nobody can guarantee you how fast and quick your music is gonna be picked up, or how fast it's gonna be consumed by the consumer, how they feel about it. So you just gotta keep moving, man, keep going hard. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You heard it from the man himself, CEO Darrell.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Double N management.
Yes, sir. Dajour, man, I want to know, what's the biggest challenge we had to face as an artist?
Biggest challenge I had to face as an artist was being myself. I've always said from the beginning, I'm gonna be myself. But you could say you're gonna be yourself, but you don't know if you're really being yourself until you actually sit in a room by yourself and you're writing a song and you're choosing which lines to write because you feel scared that someone else is gonna look at those lines, criticize them and say, oh wow, I don't like this. But if you're really being yourself, when you sit down in that room and you write that song or that lyric, if it's really true to you and you enunciate and you profess that line as strongly as you can, someone in the world is gonna feel that, because real recognizes real. And that's one thing I really had to realize myself while I was writing my songs is this a song I could go on tour with and I could perform for the rest of my life? Is this something I love? So that's why now, like, when I write songs, I'm like, sometimes, like, I don't cry a lot, but like when I write songs, that's the only time I feel like I'm tearing a little bit and I feel emotion. And I'm like, yo, this means this is hard. This means like this is something I feel is gonna be strong. So that's my biggest challenge, is being myself.
Okay, how you feel you grew as an artist since you first started?
As an artist, I feel like I grew definitely a lot, immensely, due to the fact of being very, very curious and really studying the greats, studying people like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. I love Whitney Houston, and just watching a lot of interviews and like seeing how they talk, seeing how, even though they're at the level they are in their creative aspects, seeing how basically what I've learned to transform myself is, even though I am myself and I make different type of songs, it doesn't mean I'm losing myself. It just means I'm going to a different place musically, but I can still stay Dajour Neufville.
Okay, hey Dajour, when did you release your first song, and how was that feeling like, bro?
Man, my first song I released was in 2011, and that's like first song, like you could look it up, like the first song I ever released, like just on YouTube if you want to look that up. And that song was basically, honestly, it was a little heartbreak song. You know, everyone goes through stuff, and that was like I was at a point in my life where I felt like I just want to actually run it back. It was not a heartbreak song. It was just a song to kind of take shots at myself in a way, because I heard people in my high school rapping, and I was always writing poetry. I just never broadcasted it and put it on YouTube yet. And you know, YouTube was still growing in like 2000s and stuff. So when I heard these kids in my school who weren't really that great, I was like, I write poetry for a living. Like, how come I'm not putting out songs? So it was just a song to say. It's called Significant by Dajour Neufville on YouTube if you look it up. Basically, I remember the first line, I was like, I'm significant but relevant. All my haters are relevant. I said my flow was hot, so I did your girl for the hell of it. And then that's just like one little line. And you know, I still remember the first thing, so I appreciate you asking that question.
Okay, so you like freestyling?
Yo, it's for me, I feel like I'm kind of crazy, because sometimes I'm at home, I'm singing songs, I'm like, yo, you have to record this song, don't make another one, you have to make sure you do this. So for me, it's prioritizing. It's like my song, my head is like a musical every time I'm walking around. Like I came in the house the other day and I made a song because I was home alone. I walked in the house and no one was there, and then I just started singing, and I was like, damn, that's good. But I just recorded it on my phone. That's how I try to keep prioritizing.
We got Freestyle Manny at the end.
Oh, cool, okay.
I can get you in that freestyle for the people, man.
That would be
I want to know, how do you deal with people that don't see your vision?
Me dealing with people who don't see my vision is something that was hard for me in the beginning, because I felt like I know how great I am. I know how far I want to take it. I know I'm going to tour the world. I know I'm going to feature with Taylor Swift and Drake. I know I'm going to do these things. And for me, sometimes, you go to work, we run through our lives, and we have our own personal problems, and life hits you in hard ways.
Right.
So sometimes I used to feel down, and then I realized the world is coming to me. As long as you do what you need to do, stuff is going to happen. Stuff is going to coincide and say, okay, this guy, he's doing something great. Let's get him on this radio station, IndiJam. Shout out to you.
Yes,
this guy's doing something great. Maybe let's bring him back to IndiJams. Maybe let's tell him about a show that's coming up. But if you present yourself in a structured way where you feel like this is your foundation, you want to inspire and motivate people, that's what you stand for. Everything you do should lead back to that foundation. That's what I realized. If someone looks at me and says, oh, we don't see his vision, we don't see his greatness, we don't see that he wants to inspire and motivate people. People are not going to see your own vision, even your own family. But if you see your own vision and you stay true to it, people see consistency. So even if they don't believe in you, if they see he's staying consistent with inspiring and motivating people, he's only putting out stuff that bring people to a higher level, they're going to realize, okay, this guy is actually someone who aspires to be something great, because they see that consistency, that line. You just keep building that foundation until one day you look up and you say, whoa, I'm Dwayne Johnson, huh? You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. Who's your mentor, man?
Oh, man. My mentor would be my pops. My pops isn't here right now, but my pops was my biggest mentor in the music industry, and just not in the music industry, but just in all aspects of creating.
Right.
My pops taught me a lot of things as far as cadence and just being aware of the lines you speak and how you speak them. I remember he used to make me do 10 push-ups every time I cursed in a song when I was a teenager. Every time. Because my pops was the first one to ever record me and my friends when we was younger, I'll shout out some artists right now. Shout out to Dajour. We was in he's still making music as well. He's a whole different vibe for me. He's a little more trap vibe, but he's definitely a dope artist. You guys can check out Dajour from the 03 Almont, New York. That's where I reside from, and we was in a group together. When we was in a group, me and Aura, we was in the studio, my dad used to say 10 push-ups every time you curse, or every time you say the N-word. I don't know if he made my friends do it, I don't remember, but I remember I was doing 10 push-ups every time I said the N-word. And as a teen making music, you look at all these big people like, oh, they're saying the N-word, it must be cool.
Right.
And me right now, I don't really curse a lot, the only time I really curse is if I stub my toe, I'm a weirdo. But it's like, there's certain things, like, I know I could go there. If I need a curse in a song and I'm doing a song, and it's like, it's not necessary, but like, if you're in that moment of that song where you feel like this is the doorway to let them know how serious I am, you could say that word, but don't say it to be serious. Say it serious already. Like, it doesn't need to be, you don't need to say a curse to make it strong. If it's strong, it's going to be strong, it's going to be felt. Like I was talking about Nas earlier. When you hear Nas's voice, that cadence, you feel that presence. You're like, whoa, this guy's coming in heavy. He's kicking in the doors. And that's how I want to be. I want people to hear my voice and say, wow, Dajour Neufville's on the track. That's it.
Okay. Who's your top 5 MCs from the 90s?
Oh my God. I want to say 90s. Could I just do top 5?
Yes,
I'll just do top 5.
Early 2000s and all that.
Oh man, early 2000s, they don't even got no weight with the people out of my mind. Alright, so first I'm going to say Mos Def. I love Mos Def.
Okay.
And of course, I love Mos Def, and then I'll say Talib Kweli.
Okay.
And I know, like, she's not hip hop, but I gotta say the people who inspire me. I'm gonna say Taylor Swift. She's someone who really inspires me. People can take it any way they want, but she has a very good storytelling aspect in all her songs, whether you like her or not. She's always storytelling. Her beats, she builds a cinematic universe when you hear every song. So I love Taylor Swift. She has to be in my top 5. I'm gonna have Drake. Drake, of course. Drake shows me a lot of things when I listen to his music. He shows me how the music industry is gonna treat me in different aspects of my career, and lets me understand what I have to do to reach a certain ascension. And then so I said Mos Def, I said Taylor Swift, I said Drake, I said Talib Kweli, and then I got a 5th one. Oh man, the 5th one. Okay, this is no particular order. I'm gonna say 5th one. I don't want to leave anyone out. Damn.
I don't know.
5th one. Okay. Eminem, obviously.
Okay.
But if I had to put it in order, Eminem's always gonna be first, because, like I said, he's one of my biggest inspirations of my life. Eminem, just listening to that song when I was little. I think he caught me with that song "Lose Yourself" when I was at a point in age of my life where I was like, I was looking for something, but I didn't know I was looking for it.
Right.
I already had hip hop in my life from my dad, but I just didn't have a certain voice that I needed. And Eminem presents that voice to me, so he's always gonna be number 1. And then I have some other names. Of course, the list goes on, but if I had to have a top 5 of just artists in general who inspire me, Mos Def, Taylor Swift, Drake, Talib Kweli, Eminem. There you go. Like, very different. I'm weirdo, so I switch it up. No one wants to be normal, man.
Yes, sir. Well, you just named some lyrical rappers. I want to know how you feel about the new generation of mumble rappers.
Oh man, man! I knew these questions are always gonna come. I'll be as blunt as possible and blunt and honest as I can. Mumble generation. it's cool to have a lot of different artists who want to do different things. Like,
Right.
but it boom, boom. You feel it a little bit, and you in the club, and you want to bounce to it. That's great. But there has to be versatility, and that's why I love myself coming into the music industry at this age and this generation. Because like Logic just released the album. I love Logic. He just released the album that really showed me like his growth, and I love him as an artist for that. Some people listen to different songs and it might be the same mellow tone or just like da boom. You could say da boom and talk about all this stuff, but that mumble is only gonna take you so far. But if you're an artist, you're gonna be able to switch it up. So I don't knock any mumble artists. I just think keep transcending, keep switching up. If you're gonna mumble, do a little mumble and then switch it up and then come back so I can actually enjoy the music.
Right.
Me myself, some people want to feature with me and they'll send me a song. If I press play and I don't wanna if I press play and within like the first 10 seconds I'm hearing it already sounds like someone I know, I don't even listen to it because for me, I feel like in my mind I have like a rapper's IQ kind of thing. And when I listen to songs that's like mumble jumble, it feel like it's literally bringing down my rap level. I'm like, I'm taking it off. Because there's a certain song, if I want to go there, I'll go there. Sometimes I'm in the gym and I'm like, yo, you know what? I want to listen to Chief Keef Colors. That's what I want to bump. But then right after I listen to Chief Keef Colors, maybe I want to bump some Taylor Swift, or I want to bump Mos Def or Talib Kweli or Drake. You have to be able to, for my listeners and fans, I would say, you have to be able to be in a world where there is mumble jumble on the radio, there is this and that, but still go back, listen to Illmatic, listen to Nas, listen to that real shit so you stay grounded, so when you listen to mumble jumble, you can like it for what it is, but understand that that's not all music is. So I want anyone out there, I think your question was how I feel about it, I feel like mumble rap is good at certain times, and it should not stand for what music today in the 21st century, what music is today in the 21st century shouldn't stand for what hip hop is. Mumble jumble should not be what hip hop is. It should just be a part of hip hop. So anyone who listens to mumble don't feel like that's what hip hop is. It's versatility, it's transcending, it's different things. It's Taylor Swift. Even though Taylor Swift isn't hip hop, but Taylor Swift is music in general. She has songs that you can hear that really go different ways. Or Drake, Drake even could be someone in relation to Taylor Swift. If you hear Drake's different songs, you can be like, whoa, this is a pop song, this is a hip hop, this is whatever. But music in general, music is a feeling. So I want people to listen to mumble and understand mumble is just that feeling, but it isn't hip hop itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. The word, how you feel about the mumble rappers, man?
Hey man, let me tell you something. It's this generation. I think what we gotta know about music, it's every generation has their own sound, what they're known for. So these kids is what they grow up in, like it's what they know. So it's their time. It's not supposed to be. If you in your 40s and 50s and from the golden age of hip hop, you're not supposed to date the mumble rap. It's not for you. You know what I mean? There's certain eras of music that's not supposed to be for certain people. They didn't come up during that time. So like you gotta allow it. It's like how sports works, right? Like so now the NBA is a 3-point league, right? So back in the 90s they didn't shoot threes like that, but it's a different league. So you can't say you hate basketball now because of the way it's changed. Like this is what it is. It's what it is. I mean, you guys gotta respect it.
Ain't it making a lot of millions?
It's what it is, right? I mean, you gotta realize the music business is about dollars, man. So like, these labels are gonna, whether you like it or not, they're gonna sign what's currently making dollars. At the end of the day, they want to generate revenue.
Yes, sir.
So what you don't realize is a lot of these people who are signing these artists, they don't personally like the music, but they have a job to do. It's their job to sign whatever the hottest artist is, so that's what they're going to do. They don't necessarily have to be personal fans of what the music is, but they understand where we're at right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for that, man. Dajour, who produces your music, bro?
Just the beats in general, the producing. I lease a lot of my beats, and right now I'm working on getting a lot of exclusive rights. So if I'm gonna say anyone, it's many people, and I would say definitely some SoundCloud people. Some people don't understand this, but there's of course places you can buy your own beats, but sometimes I scour SoundCloud because I have a lot of different sounds and I like to be very different. I like to hear something that makes me say, oh, I've never been here before, and I like to go there. So I like scouring SoundCloud sometimes for different producers. I'll hear, oh, this guy's making an instrumental, and I'll email them, and then I'll work a deal.
You get the paperwork, man. The paperwork's important, not to cut you off. Yeah. Independent artists out there, like, get y'all paperwork, man, because what y'all don't understand is y'all can get y'all money on the front end, but what y'all losing is on the back end. When you don't have your rights to your music, you can't license your music. Think of it like a house. You can't rent out a house you don't own. So if you're trying to license your music, you don't own the rights to the music, you can't license it. And so you can't allow that music to make money for you over and over and over again because you didn't do what you had to do.
Yeah.
So get the paperwork right, and if y'all serious about about learning the game, man, they can holler at your boy.
Double name manager.
Yeah, I do a lot of consulting work, do a lot of marketing promotion. That's how Dajour found me. Dajour actually found me at a music placement conference here in Orlando. Shout out to Gene Culver, music drizzle, So, but yeah, we out here trying to get that knowledge, man, get that education.
Yes, sir. Dajour, define success. What does success mean to you, bro?
Success for me is freedom. Like the other day, I'll give you a good example. I had to go to work, and work is cool. Work pays, but that's what work for. Work is for payment. But if you love what you do, then that's a different type of thing. That's success in its own right. So for me, success is freedom. Because sometimes I'm not at work and I'm just walking the block, or I'm jogging and I'm looking at the sun, and I'm a very big nature guy. I'm active. I don't really I don't have a lot of friends. I'm very focused on my music, but if I'm friends with you, you should know I'm a very active person. I have a friend in New York. Her name is Corey Rides. If I go to see her, I'll call her. I'm like, yo, Corey, I'm coming to New York. Let's go rock climbing. Let's go to a planetarium. That's the type of friend I am. I'm not really let's go to the club. I like being active. So success for me is having that freedom to go rock climbing, to just lay down on the grass and look at the clouds and be like, wow, I'm free right now. So for me, success and definition is freedom.
Yes, sir. How can people reach your music?
If you guys want to reach my music, you can look me up on Instagram. My name is Dajour Neufville. DajourNeufville. And that's my Instagram. But if you guys want to check out my website, it's the same thing. It's DajourNeufville.com. I'm creating my own website for any fans. Basically, my first album I'm working on for almost 2 years, and I released that, and I'm proud of it. And basically, that album just shows you my pop vibe, my hip hop, and my R&B, and I kind of switch it up. And I was kind of fighting myself on the album because sometimes you hear a song like, oh, hip hop artist made a hip hop song. So on the album is different. It takes you on levels. You'll start at hip hop, maybe a little rocky, and by the end you get a little message. So Dajour Neufville on all platforms.
Okay. When you going on tour, man?
Yo, I'll probably be going on tour within 2020. Okay. Honestly, right now I have nothing telling me I will be going on tour as far as financial gain and people are knocking at my door. But I feel it. I always felt my whole life something coming from me. I know I'm great and I have my own things. And if I could go on tour by summer, that'd be great. But I have to be realistic with myself and my vision. And right now I feel like my life is setting me up for being on my first world tour or just a tour in general in 2020. Just looking at how I'm going to different indie radio stations and promoting new stuff. And I have a lot of stuff brewing ready. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna connect with it, and they can just mark my words 2020 Dajour Neufville. So how does he do it? If it's funny you ask me, I should be very transparent. I'll say next month I'm going on my own personal tour. This is no money. This is just me, my own personal tour of Orlando, Florida, and I'll be doing basically 2 open mics every week to show my stamina. I'm gonna be doing it for 3 months. So that's probably the answer I should have gave you. Basically, my personal tour will be starting next month in April, and I'm gonna be doing my own personal tour on Tuesdays. I'll be at Austin Coffee's. I'll be at Austin's Coffee every week for 3 months to see the generation of fans and see who is really out there for me and what am I really gonna get from my 3 months of just being nonstop and being consistent at different places. So if you guys wanna find me at Austin's Coffee in April, 3 months straight from basically open mics.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, man. We're going to get into your music. You got that One Life.
Oh, man.
I want you to introduce this song to the people real quick, man.
One Life. All right. One Life is a song that I made in New York. I went down there to record this song. I dedicated this song to my pops. My pops passed away due to cancer. And it's this song, I didn't write it. When I was writing, I wasn't thinking about him. I was just thinking about the fact that we do have one life. This is all we have. Right. And it was just in the timing that he had cancer and everything. I was in New York, and pretty much this song is just something to show people no matter what you do, no matter what we all do, no matter what problems we have, we all have one life. We all have that one life. It's a common term. We have one life. But the thing is, what are you embodying to show that you only have one life?
Sir.
And when people go off of this song, I just want them to feel motivated and inspired and understand whatever they want to do it right now. It doesn't matter how old you are. You have one life to live.
Yes, sir. We got one life. Dajour Neufville, IndiJamz, Lost Roots. Let's get it.
Hey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, baby? They know.
See, asked me to hold it, and all I say is I'm not impatient. I just been steady, patiently waiting, and now I'm ready to take it. There's no hesitation, I'm planning for. Face out the storm, that is my life, a sacrifice.